Looking for sick merch? Well, MTGGoldfishMerch.com's got you. With this tee, remind everyone misery is back.
This programming is rated R for rad. This content's only for serial chillers. If my decks or playstyle makes you mad, haters can stay mad and touch grass. Salty Gamers requires accompanying parent or adult. Yo, what's up? This video's been brought to you by Card Kingdom. Welcome back to another episode of Single Scoop. This week, we're going to play an honest Golgari rock deck because I actually think we have some pretty solid pieces, at least in removal. And with enough graveyard hate, we can prepare ourselves for some of the unfair matches. We just got to dodge the control decks. But we've got Brako, Heartless Hunter, also known as Craven. It's got Trample. Whenever a creature an opponent controls with the greatest power among creatures that player controls dies, draw a card and put a 1/1 counter on Brako. Now, this is not a once per turn clause. This can just keep triggering. So if we are loaded with removal, that's going to be pretty good because we can chain them off, draw tons of cards, get a giant Brako. We're going to play Mosswood Dread Knight because remember that card still is in Standard? Well, it used to be the talk of the town, and now let's bring it back. And we're playing with some sweet cards from Edge of Eternities like Elegy, Acolyte, which is going to check for mostly Void. Void is the important part because at the beginning of your end step, if a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell is warped this turn, create a 2/2 robot token. So with how much removal and interaction we're looking to be playing in the rock playstyle, this should probably trigger Void. And on top of that, if we get to connect with our creatures, Elegy will draw us cards. And as I said, we don't leave the house without graveyard hate, so we've got a full play set of Scoozies because a little Scoozy Hurt is all about eating the graveyard, making it so our opponents still play a fair game. So let's see how we do on the ladder. I'm going to keep. I have the Duress. I have interaction next turn. Lock it in. All right, opponent is mulliganed. I'm going to go ahead and lead with Cecil here. Let's see if I needed to Duress turn one. I don't think I would be punished if I kept this Duress. Okay. Some spider shenanigans. All right, you know what? Let's do the thing. Let's see what you got in hand. All right, Spectacular Tactics. Obviously, that is very good. I'm going to hang back here. Broko's really nice. That is a very good card to draw right now. What are we doing? Well, funny enough, I've got Craven. Or, Brako. Brako against Ademi. Ancient rivals, Everybody knows about their rivalry. Don't tell me they drew the removal spell the turn after. Okay. Ademi, they'll draw a card. Interesting. All right, sweet. Okay. I pass. I had to make sure I got rid of their maybe their Demira was the one to get rid of, though. Because then that would have meant they would have popped whatever they needed to. Okay. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that's really good here. Oh, wow, that's a crazy draw. I guess I hang back. Oh, man, he's not quite Shevel. I do miss Shevel's life gain of 3, though. Can I survive the onslaught of spiders? And I do not mind if they answer my Brako because I do have a backup one, so not too bad. Ideally, I draw like some other answer here. Would really like to get rid of this Kraza. Thank you. I will draw another said card. Thank you. Oh, man, this is so good. That was the highest power creature they had. I think I'll send a 7-burger in. That was kind of sick, though. We chained it into a tragic arrogance or trajectory. Thus perfectly making it so that we hose our opponent. Hey, I get it. You're really in the tank, but I'm sorry you were so mad. I'm not sorry. Keep. This seems pretty solid. I've got all my interaction here. I even have Mosswood Dread Knight. Has this card been forgotten, or is it really... Oh, boy. I need graveyard hate. I have to imagine, though, they are playing around that I could have Strategic Betrayal and a bunch of artifacts, or, a graveyard hate and stuff like that. You're seeing green and black. I've got shenanigans, since I don't have counter spells. Boroid. That's kind of a pickle, isn't it? All right. There it is. I drew a Maelstrom Pulse, which answers, I don't know, Insidious Roots? This is, green-black. Cash grab. Milled, land, Snarling Gorehound, and another cash grab. So they went for the Mortuary. Okay. Assassin's Trophy. What does that do for me? Anything that I can think of? No, not really. Let's go ahead and just play Dread Knight and Cecil. These two cards will at least give us some body, some presence on the board. I don't really know what my opponent's doing right now. Find out soon, though, okay? Are they also just an honest Golgari deck? Okay, they have their own Skoos. That seems good to me. Oh, man. All right, so we go ahead, get rid of Skoos. It's the first thing we got to do, because that card is actively a big no-no for us. Because believe it or not, for a deck loaded with Graveyard Hate, it oddly is also soft to Graveyard Hate. So, oh god, Assassin's Trophy is like a worst case, like, oh poop button, and I have to cast it, because I do not want to ramp my opponent. What do you got? Snarling Gorehound. Okay. I need to draw one of my Graveyard Hate pieces now. This is getting pretty rough if I don't find something. I think this forces the block from the opponent. Because if they don't, I draw cards. And I don't know how much they want me to draw cards. Alright. I guess they're A-okay with me drawing cards. Perfect. Drew a land, thankfully. So that means now... Alright, the deck can pump it on lands, right? We cool it. We can cool the brakes. You can hit the brakes now. Pump the brakes. Cool it on the lands. Cool it on the lands. Uh-huh. Insidious Roots, sure. Okay, Overlord of the Baelmerk. Another good one. It can get a non-avatar creature card, and funny enough... Oh, right. It no longer... It checks whatever's in the graveyard. That's pretty sweet. Sure. I get smacked for one. Is that my playset? That is my playset. That is kind of funny. If they choose to block here, I think that's a net positive for me, right? So, all right, I'm going to just go ahead and swing out, and they can do whatever they want. Because then if they block with their Dragon Sniper, that draws me a card and grows Brako. I'm not playing a land yet because maybe I draw an untapped land, then I can go ahead and just cast Insidious, or cast... Maelstrom Pulse on Insidious Roots or something like that. Oh, wait. That's right. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ouchies. Boom. Let's draw all those cards. Perfect. How much do I care about that Insidious Roots, right? I can't just play Ghost Vacuum here. I need to probably Assassin's Trophy the Insidious Roots. I mean, Brako's going to draw me a lot of cards here if they don't start doing things. But if they play too many bodies, I get to Villainous Wrath them. All right, I'll blow up the Insidious Roots. Perfect. Draw your cards, do your thing. But you don't get a body out of this, and that's most important here. Perfect. We love this. All right. So, I'm going to swing first. They can do whatever they want. All right, then they lose the game. They just had to block. All right. I don't think they played around the Villainous Wrath, though. I will keep. I think this is going to be very good for me to, find maybe another threat or something like that off of Mosswood Dreadnought. Or Dread Knight. I can never get that dude's name right. Mosswood Dreadnought. Opponent's on the play. Oh, I'm on the play. Cool. Starting town. You know what? I do have a 5 cost in my hand. May as well just start. Oh, boy. Yeah, I think I gotta get rid of this card. There's a discussion to wait and then pop it with Bitter Triumph, whatever they're trying to play. No. I don't want them to have their engine piece on. Okay, let's see what I draw. Next turn, there's a world where I could have just set it up, played a Surveil land to start setting up, finding something to do. All right, so I see what's going on here. We're going to get got by the funny deck. This is going to try to ping the living heck out of me. All right, let's see what they've got. Not seeing too much yet. They make 6 this way. I take 3 anyways. Hold on. Let me think here. So that would be a total. This would double trigger, right? So there'd be so many of these, and all in one go, I'd pretty much be dead. Hold on. So actually, if I kill the Delcovian Pack Beast. Okay. Yeah. So if I kill the Delcovian Pack Beast, I only get hit for 4. Okay. Yep. There you go. So I only get hit for... I guess it's still the same. It's 6 no matter how this plays out, right? I guess the other route would have led me to... Nope, still 6. Because they would have mobilized 3. Or I take 5 here, actually. Strong? Can I actually do anything this upcoming turn? It sucks that I even had to do that. I did not want to do all of that board wiping right then and there. That felt kind of rough. Guess I gotta start trying to exile their graveyard and then maybe have the rabbit trigger, right? I gotta live long enough to see this all pay off. Okay, that's a pain. Oh, that's so bad. Okay. I unfortunately drew another land. Can I survive this next turn? Right, because they animate, that's 3 mana. They have to spend, like, 2 to pop, so tap land, okay. Sheltered by Ghost, sure. Unfortunate, but that's just the way it goes. All right, strong. All right, mobilize, lifelink, ward 1, you got it. Surprised they're taking... Oh, man, that's brutal. That's so good here. And I can't block any of that. Wow. What a masterful draw there. Very nice. Oh, that duress is so bad here. GG's. I'm here for this. I kind of love the fact that I can also go turn 2, make a double play if they have a 1-drop. Or I only need to play the 1-drop if I even have a 2-drop to curve into it, which I don't. Now I do. But yeah, I got to still hit the land, right? So yeah, I'll just go ahead and play District Mascot. Perfect. Orzhov deck, huh? Alright, so it's probably like some kind of, like self-bounce pixie deck. Or some kind of control deck. Sure. Alright, seems good. This looks like a super control-y matchup. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead off with a good old Mosswood Dread Knight, see what I can find. I've got 3 removal spells, all kind of do the same thing. You look like you're probably loaded with nothing but answers. So, okay, so the opponent has taken a tragic trajectory. That's fine with me. I'm not really sure I need to commit more than this 1 creature into the board. Sounds like I won't have much time or much stuff to keep anyways. Sure, you got it. At some point, they've got to run out of answers, right? Yes, I'll add a green. So now I can go and try to pull a land. I want as much green as I can get. Let me see, what do they have in their graveyard over there? I'm going to just go ahead and play Brako. I don't think Brako's going to matter because they don't have creatures, so. Let's see, if they have more stuff. If they have removal, they're going to use it now. All right, I'm going to just go ahead and exile. Get stuff out of the way. And I'm just going to smack for 8. They can't use all their cheap seam rips and things like that. Okay. They're going to draw. Luckily, they don't get more treasures, though. Yes. I will remove your giant body. Which drew me into... that's not so useful. I'm going to throw away another land. Let's go ahead and go to attacks here. Again, no need to actually do anything. Just pass. Smack for 5. That's good enough. Caretaker's Talent, sure. Until they give me an answer to, like, my Brako, I'm just going to go ahead and animate. Let's go ahead and exile Beza. Okay. I mean, until you show me something good here. You got it. There's that sweeper. So I'm going to play a land, right? Play this. This gives them a life. They get to gain more things, do more things. That's fine. I could put them at 1, but I just feel like that's not worth, right? Okay, sick. Now I can pass. I mean, if they give me something to, like, attach or, like, to, like, from Get Lost, I think that's more than enough. Gonna go ahead and swing. Love that. Okay. What do I want to do here? I mean, I guess I can just give them another body, right? Here you go. That's all I'm giving you. Beza, so no matter what, they're going to get more cards. Wait, this is kind of perfect, actually. So they'll gain more life, get another body. Yes, that's fine. Seam Rip, sure. If I find my Maelstrom Pulse, it is going to be bad news bears for this opponent. So they're going to make another body. Perfect. So they're down to 3, right? And all I need to make sure I do is find something, even though it gives them a mana here, it gives them only 1, right? So that's not as big a deal to me. Sure, I'll go ahead and eat up the 4/5 in the graveyard. All right, good game. Good game. Now we're talking. That was a grind 'em out, but you know what? I'll take it. I could have been more aggressive, and I played a little conservative that almost lost me the game. I have a pretty sweet curve here, so I am going to lead with Puppy. I love a good Corgi. So, Lightstall Inquisitor. Restless Cottage is what I'll tuck away. That's fine. All right, so I've got District Mascot. Let's see what they say over there. They could just be a self-bounce deck, and they're just going to do this like 100 times over. Not bad. All right, let's see what they've got. Nowhere to run. Okay. Well, that's interesting. All right, yeah, I'll offer the trade. Perfect. I got to get rid of their stuff at some point, right? Or else it's going to spiral, because they're going to just self-bounce the Inquisitor tons of times. Maybe they self-bounce this Nowhere to Run, but whatever. All right. I got to try. Hope they don't have anything here. All right, it ended up working out. So they didn't have anything, so I get a 1/1, meaning their little momentum breaker won't work, at least not the way they initially want it to. If they have other targeted removal, they can. Elegy. Okay. Sure. Let's eat their graveyard up. Let's swing 4. Is Lord Skitter the answer? I mean, everybody loves Lord Skitter. I love Lord Skitter. Sure. Strong. Strong. Any more removal from this opponent? Let's find out. I'm hoping not. Okay, I drew a card. Let's throw something away. Ghost Vacuum. Ghost Vacuum does give me a lot of my stuff back. Kind of here for that, actually. Eat my own graveyard up. Get all my stuff back. All right, what do I draw? I could have, like, waited on playing a land just in case this happened right here. All right, time to start eating up my graveyard. Okay. So they've triggered Void. Tragic Trajectory. You got it. All right, that's exactly what I wanted to see. All right, let's go ahead and eat up Elegy. Yeah, I think this is more than enough. Let's eat a card from your graveyard. Please and thank you. I've got Elegy, so now I can... Elegy. I can probably go and grab Lord Skitterbeam or something like that. That's fine with me. Yep, get Lord Skitterbeam up. If you've got a removal spell, I'm probably going to discard it here. Which means we probably will be okay. Ah, okay. So this means I can go ahead, animate, get the blocks going. Right, so they have to play it in, bounce it. Okay. So they animate one. Yeah, I think I know how this is going to go, right? They're definitely going to flash in the Ambrosia. They're going to block with it, right? To kill off my Restless Cottage, which is totally fine. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Get rid of the annoying bird, and then I'll pass to them. So this allows me to play and bounce something back. I kind of love that. All right, that's enough to win the game here, because I can just hit with Cottage. Thanks for making it to the end of the video. Check out this Simic aggro deck that uses Jackal Genius Geneticist, which will clone all of your little guys, and then pretty much help you go wide and get aggressive and, well, in Simic.